First, just wanted you to take us through your interception yesterday, and more importantly, the return. I think it was the longest return of your career. Did you feel like you were turning into a running back there for a minute?
Well, yeah, take you through it. We were in man coverage, and I think Gerber Clowney missed a sack, rushed him outside the pocket where he scrambled back to the right, and Chase was coming open, and I think Chase ended up cutting back the opposite way. I think Burrow was kind of expecting for him to do something different. I think Burrow just let it go a little bit earlier, and it's all about just catching the ball and then just trying to get upfield. The guys gave me a hard time because they said I should have just stayed to the right, but I don't feel like there was a couple guys in the way in the right, so I was trying to cut back, but then once I felt like the play was over with, I just got down.
And then next thing, you've lost, or this defense has lost a couple of guys that were leaders, captains. Derek out for the year, Shaq going down yesterday. Who do you kind of lean on as a team and as a defense when you don't have those guys around as much anymore?
We just got to lean on each other. Defense is made up of this is a group of guys that is no pride, no ego. So we're just gonna lean on each other, and we're just gonna go out there and battle, rely on each other, play team ball out there, and at this point, we're gonna have those guys, and so it's kind of like next man up. It's really next man up mentality. That's what this NFL football is. Injuries are 100%, so injuries are gonna happen, and you're gonna lose guys. It's all about being next man up and just relying on the guys that's out there.
All right, let's go to David Newton, followed by Sheena Quick.
Hey, Xavier, David Newton, ESPN. I wanted to ask you specifically about Shaq. What's it mean to lose him and his presence?
I feel for him, because not only just for the injury that he happened yesterday, but just to lose really 2 full seasons back to back. I don't know how I feel about it. I definitely can say that it's probably tough. This is football is what we love. Football is what we've been doing for our entire life. To be able to not play basically 2 years and be able to come off injury, him playing the way he's been playing, and to have that occur, I definitely think it's tough on him. After the game, I went up to him. He was congratulating me on play, but I was just more worried about the person, more worried about the human being. And so I'm definitely sad about it. I'm definitely going to miss him out there.
And you know how strongly he feels about grass versus artificial turf, and this was non-contact. Did he say anything about whether the field had anything to do with his injury?
No, we ain't talked about that. I don't get into that, man. I just get into just how he's feeling, his mental state. That's really more so.
And one other question, Deontay Johnson's having a big year on the other side. I know you face him in practice a lot. What about his talent for creating separation stands out to you?
It's not only in practice. If you take it back 2 years ago when Pittsburgh came here and he kind of ran through us and over us and back then. But it was just about his quickness, shiftiness. He's a little smaller, so his target is a little smaller, and he can get in and out of his breaks faster than a lot of guys in this league. So it's not surprising what he's doing now. We've seen it. He might not have been getting the ball at this clip other places, but when the ball is in his hands, he's definitely a weapon.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. I had to unmute my phone. But X, on that Jamar Chase touchdown, he had over 50 yards after initial contact. Can you kind of walk us through that play?
Yeah. I was on track, and I talked to the coaches about it. I went to use my right shoulder, which I'm more of a right shoulder tackler instead of a left shoulder tackler. And, went to use my right shoulder. He moved a little bit, so my target was off by the time I lowered my head to keep my head out of it. And he moved, and I missed. That's really it. I was on track. My track was right. I really just missed the tackle. I think I hit him in the shoulders, but, he's a big guy. He's a bigger guy. He's not just going to go down easy. And it's really more so just I missed my target.
And do you have to find yourself adjusting on the fly, pertaining to the person that the other player that you're trying to hit often?
Well, my intention this year was to not get a flag not get any flags because I know I got flags all last year on those, but they came back the day after and said it was clean, but in the midst of a game that hurts my team. So my goal this year was to stay clean, hitting the chest. So that's why it's kind of like my head was down a little bit, but I was hitting my shoulders. And so I really there's no excuse. I just missed it. Those are plays that I've made. Just yesterday, I just missed that one.
And it's just that kind of those flags are in the back of your mind, which kind of adjusted the way that you're approaching these hits.
Yeah, because last year, I want to say the Colts one, it was clean, and he dropped the ball as PBU, but they got the flag and they ended up scoring. And then when you look at, it was another one. I forgot which one. It was some more. But I've been clean on those after the fact, but those hurt my team at the end of the day. That hurts my team. And so I just want to be clean. But just yesterday, it was really more so just missing my target.
Thank you, X.
We got time for a few more. Let's go to Mike K, followed by Jeff Hawkins.
Hey, X. Trevon Wallace is going to get a bigger role here. I'm just curious, what have you seen from him throughout the summer and into the season? And then from a communication standpoint, how does that change things for you guys on the back end and the front end as well?
I think he's been growing. He's grown ever since he got here. He's been in the room with Shaq and Josie. He's been learning a lot. And when he came out there yesterday, he played pretty well. And I just think that from this point on, he was drafted high for a reason. He has the talent, he has the skills to play this game. I think he'll be able to showcase that from here on out. As far as communication, it's going to take all of us. It's not just going to be it's not a one-person gig. It's going to take all 11. It's going to take everybody elevating their game, elevating their communication from this point on.
Thank you.
Thanks, X. That was basically the exact question I was going to ask. So thanks a lot and have a great day.
Thank you.
Actually, can I follow that up then? I didn't want to jump on Jeff's time, but from a coverage standpoint, when you have a guy in Trevon who can play coverage the way that he can, how much does that help the back end and maybe the zone looks?
That's more so of a coach's job. I don't think he might call something. He might call coverage different. I think Trev got in yesterday. Trev has his own packages. He had his own packages when Shaq and Josie were in, where he was playing a little bit of nickel, for as a extra bigger guy at the nickel position. But from this point on, I can't say what he's going to do with Trev. That's more of a coach's thing.
All right, go ahead, Cassidy.
Hey, Xavier, just on Trevon and him being on the field giving the plays, has he curbed his South Georgia accent enough to make it easier to understand him?
We gave him hell about that today. Because not only does he have an accent, like me, I have a little bit of a list. I'm from the South, and I used to wear Invisalign as well. So Trevon has an accent, and he wears Invisalign, and he was tired, and he was breathing hard. So that was tough yesterday. It was tough yesterday, but we talked about it, we joked about it today. We were just like, Trev, you got to slow down a little bit. But we didn't miss any calls, but it was more so, it was different. Because, that accent and that Invisalign, it make it a lot tougher. And I know exactly how it is because, like I said, I'm from the South. I have a lisp, and I had the Invisalign. It's definitely harder, especially when you're tired and you're in the midst of fire. That's funny that y'all brought that up.
Well, he had mentioned it in the summer that it was something he had to work on. So I was just wondering how he'd gotten better or
Because
not.
he wasn't expecting to get of course he wasn't expecting having to come in and get the green dot. But yeah, when he came in and got the green dot, it was definitely different. It was definitely a communication difference between like when Shaq and Josie has it and then when he has it. But we were all clean, but we definitely joked about it today.